That's a hard one for me to believe.
Yeah, it's definitely not pleasant.
Yeah, so then a lot of people go, I don't know, that Bible has a lot of things in there, I think it's just kind of symbolism and this and that and the other, right? There's several verses that describe that in the Bible. In fact, I read all the verses in my father's funeral that I had on June 11th to the congregation at his funeral. They're there. They're just, I don't know if you want to maybe spend some time. If you go to our website, you can. There's a video up there that says "Description of Hell."
Oh, okay.
And you can actually see in there in YouTube and actually read all the verses there. I got listed them for you to make it kind of easy for you. But it's the Bible describes it as a real place. The Bible has come into question whether it's really true.
Yes.
There is places contained in the Bible that you can actually go visit and are really there, right?
Yeah.
There's prophecies that have happened. I mean, over and over again, they're there. There's things like the Dead Sea Scrolls that they've found that has actually the whole book of Isaiah that proves that it didn't change over the years. Yeah, so it's a real thing to us. It even became even more real to me and my wife on November the 6th of 2007. We were believers before, but this one kind of underlined it for us. We lost a 18-year-old son in a car accident. We lost him suddenly. Didn't get to say goodbye, nothing. It was just over. The great son. He graduated from Steel Canyon High School. He was an AP calculus student there. He was a cross-country runner since the age of 8. He ran 40 miles a week on average. He was actually, when he died, he was on his way to Mesa College. He was on the cross-country team at Mesa College. Just started his freshman year there. And he was on his way to a cross-country running class. The class did start just after 12, and he was in a car he'd been driving for 1 week. Got in that thing and said, you know what? He was used to a 4-cylinder Jeep, a gutless Jeep, and he got in this faster car, hit it 90 miles an hour, lost control in the 94 West freeway. And what's unusual about the whole thing is he lost his life right here. I don't know if you've ever seen this house with the cross on it, on the 94 West freeway. There's an In-N-Out Burger over here on this side of the freeway.
Yeah.
This is College Grove right here. This house and the cross on it has been there for many years, way before my son's accident. See the skid marks right here? Those are his skid marks, and they're dead center on the cross. He hit a pepper tree here. It ripped him out of his seatbelt. He landed in the backyard of this house looking up at the cross. He was flat on his back looking up at this cross. Parts of his car were scattered around the cross on the roof. We have news video coverage on our website that actually shows the owner of the house picking the parts off the roof around the cross. So that's actually the Union Tribune the next day, November 7th. 18-year-old driver killed. He slammed into its tree. There's a color picture of the event. So that was a trial in our life. And, a lot of people think, if you accept God, you'll never have anything go wrong in you. No. The Bible speaks of many trials throughout the Bible. And do we think he accepted Christ before he died? Yes, we do. But we're his earthly parents. He can say anything they want to us. His heavenly Father knows whether he believes it because he knows the inside and out. So it's key that you do that. Do you know the actor Kirk Cameron? He's an evangelist now. He goes all over the world teaching what we're doing right here. And he goes with a guy named Ray Comfort. And they were here locally in August of 2009 doing a training session at East Lake Calvary Church. Me and my friends attended that. It was about a 4-hour training session. About 2 hours into the training, they had a break. Everybody had an opportunity to go out and meet Kirk and meet the other trainers. And we did. We stood in line and we're out there waiting, and we go, oh, gosh, the break is going to end and we're not going to get to meet him. So we go, let's jump in one of these other trainers' line. We jumped in a lady named Trisha Ramos, her line. Didn't know her, never met her before in my life. She actually lives in Texas. Jumped into her line, we walk up to her, shake her hand, and she immediately gets into her purse and she hands me this. And so, needless to say, she didn't know I lost a son yet. She goes, I looked at it kind of funny, and the front of the card. I go, why is she giving me a tombstone? Does she know I lost a son? And then so So she goes, Jay, don't turn over the back of the card until you've answered the question on the top of that card. What do you think the answer to that question is?
The most important thing on the headstone?
Yeah.
Well, it would be, I mean, it usually describes like a person's life as short amount of space as possible, at least something, a picture, or a saying, or a word that encompasses how they were in their life.
Go ahead and flip it over to the back and read like the first 3 or 4 sentences out loud if you can.
The most important thing in between the dash is represents all the days of one's life. The Bible tells us that life is like a vapor. Have you ever wondered where you will go when you die?
Okay, so we'll stop there. I said, Trish, I'll give you that card. I said, Trish, we lost an 18-year-old son in a car accident. That's why I was looking at the head so funny. But when I flipped it over to the back of that card, it really took me back because on my son's funeral bulletin, which I have here, this is him right here. What do you notice similar on the back of this card in the funeral bulletin? See it?
Oh, yeah.
The dash? Yeah. So, God's real. He really is. And He wants you in heaven. He wants your family in heaven, wants your friends in heaven. But He wants you to believe, and He wants you to believe in the God of the Bible. There's a whole bunch of stuff out there right now just polluting people's minds, with the internet and belief systems and all it. I mean, the God of the Bible is the correct God. And, it's under attack to no end nowadays. You've even got a political system right now that's really, it's all over the place. So I encourage you to really give it a good read and maybe go up to our website and check out. There's a lot of people that have similar beliefs than you. They're kind of questioning. But me and my friend does it a little bit different way than I do, this whole process. But you might, after watching some of those videos a little closer, it might help you answer some of your own questions. But I thank you for your time. Got any additional questions for me?
No, thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Card?
Yeah, I'll give you that.